Life isn't about who has it easier or harder. It's about the unique tests that your soul came here to master. Let me show you how the law of relativity explains it all. Have you ever felt like life is unfair? Like someone has it easier, or like somehow you're falling behind? The law of relativity teaches us that nothing in life is inherently good or bad. It's all about perspective. It's about how we compare and how we choose to see our experiences. And once you understand this law, it can transform the way you see your challenges, the way you see blessings and opportunities, and even yourself. So, what is the law of relativity? The law of relativity is one of the spiritual laws of the universe, and it says that everything in life just is. Whether it's events, circumstances, people, or situations, none of it is really positive or negative until we compare it to something else. So think of it like temperature, okay? 40 degrees feels cold if you've just come from summer, but 40 degrees can feel warm if you've been living in the freezing cold. The event hasn't changed, but your perspective has. And here's the deeper truth. Inherent in understanding this law is the awareness that life brings us, as humans, tests of initiation. And these are lessons that every soul must face in order to grow toward enlightenment. And the way that we meet these tests really shapes how quickly we advance on our spiritual path, and even how many times we may need to return to the earth plane in order to make new choices. Now, let's talk real life. So, imagine you lose your job, and immediately it feels like the worst thing in the world. But then you hear about someone who has lost their home or a family member, perhaps. Or maybe you discover that this job loss actually opened the door to a career that you truly love. The job loss itself was neutral, okay? But it was your comparison, it was your perspective that created the meaning. And you realize that, okay, this job loss, it was like a test of initiation. So each test of initiation is designed not to punish you, but to strengthen the light within you. And the law of relativity assures us that each soul is given exactly the right opportunities to choose growth, to choose wisdom, and to choose strength. So, knowing this, here's a powerful shift that you can implement. Instead of labeling things as good or bad, we can ask, what is this teaching me? What am I meant to learn from this situation? What choices am I being invited to make that lift me higher? So, the gift of this law is in realizing that challenges are not punishments, they're opportunities. And the law of relativity reminds us that everyone's tests are different. So, what looks easy for one person, that might not be the deepest soul lesson that they've come here to face, okay? Think of it like school. One student may struggle in math, and another one may struggle when it comes to history. I mean, at the end of the day, they're both learning, right? Well, the universe works the same way. Each of us gets to experience what it is that matches our soul's unique curriculum. Let's talk about real life again. Let me give you a real life example. One person may be here to focus on relationships. That may be where they struggle. And yet another person is here to focus on learning about how to manage money, finances, or possessions. So the lessons you're here to learn make up your unique soul curriculum for this lifetime. And if you'd like to explore your own curriculum more deeply, your astrological birth chart is the perfect place to start. And if you'd like guidance in understanding your chart, I'd be honored to walk you through it in a one-on-one session. So, back to the law of relativity. Instead of asking, why me? I want you to shift it to, what is my soul trying to learn here? What am I meant to learn? This law tells us that life is not about comparison. It's about mastering your individual lessons. And every choice you make in the face of those lessons raises or lowers your frequency. Here are four things I want you to do. The first thing, I want you to notice your comparisons. So when you catch yourself saying, they have it better or I've got it worse, I want you to pause, okay? The second thing, I want you to reframe your experience. Ask, what is this test teaching me? How is it guiding me toward advancement? Next, I want you to stay heart centered, okay? The key to freedom here is staying connected to your heart in each and every moment because it helps you to see clearly and choose the higher path. And finally, choose gratitude. Gratitude literally lifts your vibration, guys, and it helps you to align with the higher frequency that your soul is seeking. So, the law of relativity teaches us this: every moment is a test of initiation. It's an invitation to make a choice. And your power is not going to come from what happens to you, all right? It comes from how you perceive the event and the choices that you make from your heart. Life is not about being ahead or behind. It's about walking your unique path, one lesson at a time, until your soul shines brighter and freer. So, if this message resonates, I'd love to hear it in the comments. What's one challenge you're ready to see differently through this lens? And remember, please, you are always supported, you're always being guided, and you're always growing exactly where you're meant to be. Thank you for watching.